everyone, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. As you see there, I'm using a sketch by Suzanna Lee, and I showed you the photos. They're pretty funny. They're of one of the twins. She had her window rolled down in the car, and her mom captured these photos, which are absolutely hilarious. And I love scrapping hilarious photos. And she did 3, which was perfect for this sketch that I'm using. As I flip through the 12 by 12 pad, I decide upon this pink paper, even though I absolutely love that plaid. But I'm going to use this because I think it's a nice contrast with what she's wearing. And so that's what I'm using. Now the photos themselves, I printed them out at home and I use this program. It's an app. It's called Pic and it's a free app and it allows you to print photos in all different sizes. These photos are 2.5 by 2.5. Thought that they turned out great. Now I'm just going to use my scraps for the stripes that go strips, not stripes, strips that go across the bottom. Because I don't want to cut into my papers, because everything else I have are full sheets. I do have some 6 by 6 papers. I have a pad of that, but to be honest with you, I didn't even think about using that. But so here I am, and I apologize because you can't see the bottom, but I promise throughout the video, I do push it up. Still trying to get used to having my camera at its new angle. In the near future, this won't be happening. I'll make a little placement, because I know a lot of people do that. They make washi tapes on their table to show where to film. And I did that when I first started making videos, which has been over a year ago, but it looks like I need to do it again. So this are some cardstocks. I got this paper pad from Michael's a couple years ago. I decided to make a border around the outside because that's the way Susanna had drawn the sketch. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm looking for another paper. I need a solid to go at the bottom of those strips because it kind of bled in with the rest of the paper, the background paper. So I felt like it needed a nice, good solid. Now, I find this trick to be very helpful if you're putting 2 papers on top of each other that are large like this. If you just glue down, use your ATG on just part of it, and then place it down. And as you saw how I smoothed it out, and then I kind of folded it up and added more ATG. And so now everything is glued down. I really like that. I think I saw somebody do that one time and it works great because I used to put just ATG on the full sheet and it ended up being a huge mess. I didn't like that at all. So then of course I need to have some paper to glue down on the photos. And not to worry, I know that it wasn't big enough, but I'm just going to piece it together and you're not going to tell. This is what I love. You got, I have all these hidden secrets, the little tricks that I did on my page and nobody else knows, and it has a continuity look, and I love that. It's looking good. So far, so good. This is pretty much what the sketch is looking like. And getting better so you can see the whole page as I'm putting it together. Now this pink, I had it in my stash. I'm going through my stash now and just trying to eliminate, since it seems to be a topic on one of the Facebook pages about whether you keep your scraps or not. Well, I do. As you can see, I keep a lot of scraps because you never know when you're going to use it. So yeah, and then when you've been scrapping, for as long as I have gone through and have gotten rid of a lot of stuff. I've done lots of purges in the past, but I haven't done a purge, since I've gone back to scrapbooking full force. I've been doing this for, I don't know, 5 years, I think, maybe 6 years, but I haven't had a purge. Even when I moved out here from California, when I moved to Texas, I didn't purge anything. Yep, but keep it all. And I don't know where I've disappeared to. It's just a mystery, probably something to do with one of the cats because Sophie does make an appearance here. All right, it's looking good. I really like this. This is a very simple looking page. Now I'm going through all the embellishments that Snow and Cocoa has to offer. Yeah, there's no snow, no snowman, no drinking coffee, drinking cocoa, nothing. So I'm not going to be able to use any of this. Now I do have this envelope full of all kinds of stuff that I kept, all of my scraps. And this is from the Snow and Cocoa, uh, the chipboard. I had got that originally. Whenever I rebought this whole kit, I didn't buy the chipboard again. Even though I do like chipboard, I do and I don't. It's a love-hate relationship. So sometimes I do. Oh, there goes Sophie. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I'm going to just go through all of this stash. I'm looking for something that has some black in it. So these two banners, those are going to stay. And actually, those came from when I was part of the Click Kits. They had a little print off. What am I trying to say? A print file. Anyway, that is where that came from. So that's not actually from the Snow and Cocoa collection, but the month that I bought it, it was, anyway, I'm rambling on, la da da. So this little piece of paper, I'm going to use it on the two corners there. It's going to be kind of like you know, a landing spot. So I had done this page. There was a challenge, and it was making a large title. And I know some people made much larger titles than I did, but these are some really tall foam alpha. Oh my goodness, they were really tall. Got them at Tuesday morning, and I bought 2 packs of them. I didn't have any gray whatsoever, but this is the first time that I'm using it. And I titled this Wind Whipped because she totally got wind whipped. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. She's a funny kid anyway. And my niece is funny to be taking the photo. And then, well, and then for me to scrap it. So she knows that I do this. Like I've mentioned before, I think last week I had scrapped a picture of my daughter, and it was kind of a funny photo then too. And the deal is, if you don't want it scrapbook, then don't post it on social media or don't send me a photo because I'm going to scrap it. So if my niece doesn't know that by now, well, she probably will know it today. All right, so gluing everything down. So those two banners, I end up using my tiny attacher. I haven't used that hardly ever. You know, I was like, I don't even know if I really want this thing. It's a stapler, blah, blah, blah. I've used it a little bit. It's not one of those type of tools that I use a lot, but I like it when I do use it. So those two stars are also chipboard. One's a white, one's a little bitty yellow. And now I think I'm digging. Yep, I find my wood veneers because I thought there's got to be something in here that I can use. You can't see what that is, but it's like a little car. And I end up leaving the crazy up there. Now, the car ends up getting moved down to the bottom right-hand corner, and I use the potty people here. I'm using 3 little girls or 3 girls. I like it that they are odd number, even though, she's a twin. There's just something about whenever you put embellishments down, having them at odd numbers is much more appealing, unless it like tells the story, which this apps didn't really tell the story. I just wanted wood veneer in 3 different places, and this is the typical Tracy, doing it at a diagonal. I don't do the triangle too much. I usually do a diagonal, and you can't see. Now in the close-ups, you'll be able to see the little car. And then I'm looking for my sequins, and I choose the Spiegelmom scraps. It is called Pick Your Plum. Absolutely love them. They are, I think that's one of the best sets that she has. I don't know. It has beautiful, those huge white iridescent ones. There's some dark blue, like a navy royal blue. There's like a plum color. There's all different sizes, all different colors. All right, here we are at the end. Here's the close-ups. If you like this, if you'll give me a thumbs up and leave a comment if you'd like, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye.